Hand washing may seem like an ordinary act, but it can have extraordinary results for a child's health, growth, and development. Hi, I'm Rebecca Brayton, and welcome to WatchMojo.com. And today we're at the Montreal Children's Hospital to speak with an infection control and prevention nurse about hand hygiene and kids. October 15th is Global Hand Washing Day. What is the importance of hand hygiene?
Hand hygiene is very important in real life, but in the hospital it's very, very important. In Canada, we know that there are about 200,000 people who will develop a nosocomial infection, and among those people, between 8,000 and 12,000 will die because of the infection. The study showed that if healthcare workers would wash their hands every time it's necessary, the nosocomial infection rate would go down by 50%.
Would you say hand hygiene is more important for children?
What's maybe more important for children is that because they are children, they are in a process of learning, and it's very important to teach them when and how to wash their hands, so they will integrate that behavior in their life.
When should hand washing be practiced?
In real life, again, for children, the most important time is before you prepare food, before you eat food, and after you use the bathroom.
What can parents do to try and reinforce the habit of hand washing with their children?
I think that for the children, it's important to have a routine. So, like when you would call the children to come to the table to eat, the first thing they should do is run to the bathroom or to the sink to wash their hands. And it should be something that everybody does, not only the children, but the parents also.
There are lots of disinfectant products available, like hand sanitizers and gels, that claim to do the same job as soap and water. Is this true?
Somehow it is true, but what people don't know is that those products were developed for healthcare workers. For instance, a nurse working in an intensive care unit, if she has a shift of 8 hours, if she would wash her hands with soap and water, which takes about 1 minute, she would have to wash her hands during 3 hours over those 8 hours of work. Obviously, no skin would support that kind of treatment. And so that's why they developed the gel. But the gel is only effective when there is no protein on the hand. And in the dust that we gather, there are proteins. And so when you put gel on protein, the alcohol, which is in the gel, does not work. And so healthcare workers, again, are taught to wash their hands with soap and water first, and when they are working, to put gloves on every time they might be in contact with blood and secretion. And so for the children, for the family, the most important thing is to wash your hands with soap and water. And when you go out for a picnic, for instance, I would recommend to use the little wipes that parents would use to wipe the children's buttock when they change the diaper, for instance.
What is the proper way to wash your hands? Are there some general do's and don'ts?
What's important is to choose water that is not too cold or not too warm, because that would damage the skin. And then to wet your hands. And when your hands are wet, to take the soap, then to rub your hands, to go between the fingers, and to go with the fingers in the palm of the hand to make sure that the soap and the water will get all the way. And when you observe people washing your hands, often they would forget to go along the thumb and the pinky. If you have jewelry or a watch or long sleeves like I have right now, you won't really wash the wrist. And you should go all the way there. And then rinse properly. There should be no soap left on the hand because the soap would irritate the skin. So you have to dry your hands properly also, because if you keep water on your hands, microbes would develop again soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.